Hey everybody, today I want to show you two things. I got a new diet plan going, and I have some pepperonis. This is the smoker, and down here is a flame. I gotta go in a flame because this thing cools down way too fast. Got a heat air pump over there, blowing air into this thing. There are wood chips in there. It's smoking a little bit on the sides. I put aluminum foil to try to block it. And then I got it going into the oven. And in my oven, let me turn this thing off. Can you see in there? No, you cannot. There it is. I got some pepperonis, homemade pepperonis. Let me put this back in here for now. It's got to be on there for like 2 hours at least, according to the recipe I found on the internet. The recipe for the pepperonis was from the sausage maker on YouTube. He has a very easy recipe, but the recipe he provided was the charcuterie method. Here's the beef and pork I used. That's from Wild Pastures. It's really expensive compared to the in-store one. $9 a pound on sale. But it gets delivered to the house, so I don't have to worry about shopping and using this cooler to save time. Well, anyway, in the recipe, he recommended this Bactiforum. But I think this is antibiotic. So every time I eat some pepperonis, I'm going to be having some antibiotics. It's called Bactiforum LHP Dry. It's like $30, but it's a lot of it. It could do like 300 pounds or like a whole entire deer. And I also used some fancy nitrogen salt in there, just a little bit. But what I wanted to say is that for my next attempt, I want to try to avoid the mold. Avoid the mold process. The mold process is going to be in this cooler. I got the wires set up. It's going to be in this cooler for a week, and I'm going to replace this ice packs every day with some humidity machine in there. And I also have a temperature control wires with a thermometer hooked up for everything, and a humidity wires, humidity control. But if I use the citric acid, then I can avoid the whole drying process. Because the end goal of the drying process, the whole point of the mold is that it increases the acidity, makes it more. It gives it more citric acid. I found out on his channel by watching his more recent videos. But it can't be just regular citric acid. I bought regular citric acid because I saw in my research in the ingredients of regular pepperonis, they put citric acid in there. but according to his videos, it's not regular citric acid. It's encapsulated citric acid, so that it doesn't release the acidity until after it firms up and cooks. Like, for example, how firm it is, I don't know if it will affect the texture. That's a sample I had to test the pH, the acidity pH. I have a pH tester. So that's what I've got going on with the hobbies. But as far as my meals, I've been doing 1 pound a day in the mornings. But by the time I fry it up and drain the oil, it's less than a pound. It's like half a pound or 3/4 of a pound. And I consider it 700 calories for pork because it doesn't give off a lot of liquid oil, and then 600 calories for beef because it gives off a lot of oil, and I could spill it out, and I put it in this jar over here. It doesn't spoil even at room temperature, I heard. I think it's called beef tallow. I heard McDonald's fried all of their French fries in beef tallow in the past. Well, anyway, this is not the only thing that I've started doing. I've also made sure I get the right carbs. At first I experimented with eating these organic dates from Terrasol Superfoods. I would eat like 5 of them. 5 of them is 200 calories. Compared to 1 cup of rice, that's 200 calories. It's way more. You get way more rice. But the thing with these is I had huge headaches. Massive headaches. And I'm not too sure why I had the headaches. It could have been from some of the supplements I've been taking, like for example the calcium. I've been taking a lot of calcium at night. 3 pills of calcium magnesium. I stopped taking calcium magnesium. Well, as soon as I had the headache, I couldn't fall asleep, and I boiled myself a cup of rice, added some sugar. I didn't even consider the calories. I just said, I got a massive headache. I need to get rid of the headache. I had some rice, and within an hour, it was gone. So, it's either the some of these supplements, like the calcium, and maybe even the alpha test. I take 4 of these a day. That seems like a lot. Maybe. Oh, and also this maximum strength HMB. I'm still testing if that's the thing that's giving me headaches. I'm gonna slowly bring it back into my diet. But for now, I don't have any more dates. I'm eating only rice. And also, I got this bone broth protein that's really important for my toe. My toes, I've already had the surgery on it, and it's healing. When I shower every day, and I pour some cold water on it at the end of the shower. Oh. Speaking of that, here, let me show you something. 1 second. The cat unplugged it. I got some Christmas lights going. Oh, look at this. He just bit it. The cat bit it. Oh my gosh, it was on this morning. I had a Christmas lights really simple setup. And the cat bit it. It illuminated these blocks and this window for the neighbors. Here's a little piece that's still lit up. I also wanted to mention this bone broth. I already mentioned it, but I wanted to say that when I take this at night with a cup of rice. When I come home, I get a cup of rice. I even add a teaspoon of sugar if I want. That's only like 15 calories. And some bone broth. It has a very umami flavor for the unflavored version. But I also got the chocolate and vanilla flavors. I haven't tried those yet. But it has helped. I have noticed a big difference with the bone broth protein compared to the chicken skin from Walmart. The chicken skin from Walmart barely did any improvements on my toe. But as soon as I started taking this, it practically overnight got better. There's way more of this anyway, than the chicken skin. There's like a tablespoon of the chicken skin for a week. Alright, this is done. So I'm going to have this for breakfast with some tomato slices and rice. As simple as that. And then I write it down on this notepad. I've got how many days? 1, 2, 3, 4, and then yesterday was a 5th. I've got 5 days in so far with 1,400 calories every day. And I write down the day, the amount of calories, and the exercises I did, if any. Yeah, so I didn't give up on weight loss fully just yet. I need to air out my house. It's smoky.